Everyone, this is part 266 of me answering your Percy Jackson questions. And if you haven't seen this series before, just check the description, just click it. It literally tells you how you can ask me questions for the series. You have to do it how it says in the description. And if you do, then I'll answer your questions. All right, let's get to today's comments. We're actually doing 2 comments today. So the first comment says, what do you think of the show and can you rank all versions of PJO, being the musical, films, books, show, and graphic novel? I don't know why I couldn't read that for a second. All right, I said this in the last video. I like the show for what it is. Like, I think they could have done a lot better, like casting book accurate looking characters, doing better at writing, not cutting out things from the books that were important, like the cannibal dodgeball scene. Like that, I feel like that's really important. Like, they could have done a lot better, but for what it is, I still like seeing the characters on screen. I like seeing the world on screen. So for what it is, I keep saying for what it is, I'll accept it, I guess. But like I said, it could have been a lot better. And now I have to rank all the versions of PJ. Okay, I'm going to go from the top to the bottom because it's easier. Number 1 is easily the books. It's not close. Number 2 is probably the musical. Like, I haven't seen the full musical, but I've heard some of the songs and I've seen like part of it. And like they adapt a lot of things directly from the Lightning Thief book, which is amazing. So yeah, musical definitely in second. Third, I guess I'm going to go probably TV show. And then I'll go 4th is the graphic novels. Although I've heard those like cut out a bunch of stuff too. Maybe they cut out more stuff than the TV show. I don't know. I haven't read the graphic novels and I probably never will because I don't have the patience to read those. But then number 5 is definitely the movies or the films, as this person said in the comment. So yeah. All right, let's move on to comment number 2 of the day. It says, have you ever cried during any Ryan and Verse book? If so, which one and at what point? Example, when Percy and Annabeth fell into Tartarus. Guys, I've said this before, I just don't really cry for much of anything. Like, I've had grandparents pass away and like, I just don't get too emotional. Like I did shed a few tears when that happened, but I didn't really like hard cry when they passed away. And like, I just don't really cry when I'm reading or watching anything. Like, I've never truly cried watching anything. Like, I've shed a few tears. Like I said, when some grandparents died. And then also, I said this before, in the finale, the season 4 series finale of Superman and Lois, I shed a few tears. I don't know the past tense. I shed a few tears in like the last 10 minutes of the last episode because it was that sad. I didn't cry, but like my eyes were moisting. But I haven't cried during any Percy Jackson books, and I probably never will because it just doesn't affect me that way. And I'm sorry to tell you guys that. I know it affects a lot of people that way. So if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It doesn't for me. So yeah, that answers all of today's comments. I'll see you tomorrow for part 267 of me answering your Percy Jackson questions.